we've not killed each other. And to be completely honest, I really thought we'd struggle. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back folks, lovely to see you. In today's video, I'm going to do a bit of a catch up about our shielding life. My partner Chris was put on shielding measures as part of the UK's coronavirus plan, and today I want to do a bit of a catch up about how that's going and if there's any news as to when we're going to be let out. Set us free! Before we get stuck in, for anyone who is new around here, my name is Finn and I share my life in recovery as a transgender gay man. The content you'll find on this channel is really inspiring, motivating stuff around gender transition, mental health and LGBT lifestyle. So if you've been hanging around for a while and you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you would. And don't forget to tick the notification bell, then you'll be notified whenever I upload anything new. So this shielding life then. For those not in the UK, shielding means quarantine, basically. What the government here in the UK have done is that anybody who is at more risk of the coronavirus has been asked to shield, which means basically to go into quarantine, not to go out for anything, social, walks, food, anything. It's generally aimed at the over 70s, which my partner isn't. But Chris has asthma and he's been on a lot of steroids over the last year because he's had some problems. And it was recently flagged up that because of the steroids he's been on, if he does get coronavirus, he's at more risk of needing ventilation. So for that reason, the doctor suggested that he shields, which means he had to stop work, was put on furlough, so given paid time off work. We have to get shopping delivered, can't go out. Proper lockdown for us. Of course, I didn't have to join him in that, but being that we live together, I would either have to live in the office and separate our lives, which is just not doable. So I opted to shield with him as well. And actually, to my surprise, we've not killed each other. And to be completely honest, I really thought we'd struggle. Now, I work at home. This is my office here. We have a 2-bedroom flat. I like to be able to immerse myself in my work, my writing, and my filming, and to have my own space. I'm very much a my own space person. I share a lot on here about my mental health, and I'll link you up to some videos, but I require a lot of me time just to kind of regroup and regather. And I've got very good at being an independent person where, you know, I can rely on myself. And the idea of having somebody completely in my space every day, I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried. But it's worked. And now the reason I think it's worked is because we have communicated so well. There is so many bonuses that have come out of this shielding coronavirus nightmare. And one of them is realising what an amazing team me and my partner actually are. As soon as we knew Chris was going to be put onto shielding, we sat down, we had a discussion about what we were going to do, and it was very much decided that we were going to work around me. Because I already work from home and this is already my workspace, Chris said the best thing we could do was for him to just adapt to my schedule. And I guess that would be my advice if anyone is in the same situation, is you have to negotiate what works best for you. If none of you work from home, then it's different if you're both coming into the environment and both having to then work from home. But for me and Chris, because I already had an established routine, he just fixed around that. And it's worked really well. And one of the loveliest things is, I come in here, he knows if the door is shut, he doesn't knock, he doesn't interrupt me at all, just lets me get on with my writing and whatever. And we meet for lunch. And it's really cute. It's a little bit Stepford Husbands. At midday, I go into the lounge, we do a workout together, and then we sit out on our bucket balcony. Those who follow on social media will see that we have this really tiny, strange, kind of large window shelf divot thing outside our window, and that is our bucket balcony. So we sit there together, have lunch, and then I come back in here and carry on work for the rest of the day. And it has actually worked okay. I thought we'd both find it very stressful, but we haven't. Chris has found himself some stuff to do during the day, He's learning Spanish. We have a 10-year plan to move. He's also negotiating all of the shopping stuff because trying to get online deliveries is a bit tricky when you're shielding. So he's organising all that, and we've just settled into this lovely routine. I'm pretty proud of us both. Our government have now said that those shielding can go out once a day. So that's what we're doing, although we aren't actually going out every day because Chris has still got ongoing issues with his chest. So we're both being quite cautious, maybe too cautious. So we're going out, I suppose, every kind of 3 days. So about 3 times a week we're going out, but we're going out across the downs and we're having walks where we know that there is space, open air and distance, because unfortunately, because lockdown's being pretty much lifted across the UK, we now have tourists along the seafront, and trying to get space from people there is quite hard. So it's nice now to be out and about once more and being able to have freedom and fresh air. So in terms of how we've adjusted to it together, we've done really well. And I say that's about communication. We've worked out that I have to be the priority because it's already my workspace, and Chris has adapted to that. So that's been great. We're adapting with the food, that's all fine. We are managing to now go out every now and again. What is weird is to be watching the rest of the world around us gradually get lifted out of lockdown. We've got like a staged lockdown lowering system in the UK, and it's quite weird to see the whole of the world around us wake up, and it's once again made me think like, okay, how long is this going to last? Because I just kind of settled into a kind of space of thinking, well, it's okay, we're shielding and it's fine. But now that everyone else is coming out, it can be quite difficult. I often find I feel a bit cross that everyone's just carrying on as if it's all over, and for us it isn't all over. At the moment there's rumours that it's going to be the end of July, and then those of us who are shielding will be given new news as to what our next steps will be in terms of Chris going back to work or whatever's going to happen. So practically we've adapted. Emotionally and mentally, I think I've had so much to get on with at home that that's really helped. I think in terms of dealing with the whole mental health side of things, I'm going to have to cross that bridge when it comes to it. I've kind of shelved that. I know that when it comes to us being properly lifted in lockdown, I'm going to struggle. I've spoken loads of times about how my mental health has been affected in lockdown, and I'll link some more videos up here. But I've had to kind of just stop worrying about that. At the moment, I can't go out, I can't socialise with people anyway. So I'm going to worry about that when it lifts. This week's a bit sad because it's Glastonbury week, hence the t-shirt. Glastonbury's cancelled, but they're still doing some things online, and the t-shirt is raising money still to make sure that money goes to Oxfam, Greenpeace and WaterAid. So I still played a part in Glastonbury this year, so I'm going to be watching that from home this week. But I've also booked myself onto a couple of courses this week just to keep myself busy, because the sadness is going to come when I start seeing old Glastonbury footage. It's sad, you know, it's my way of dealing, and this year I can't do that. But we're okay. In the grand scheme of things, when I told you this shielding was going to happen, I was really worried about what it was going to do. But actually, it's been okay. And the next stage of dealing with my mental health when we come out of it, I'll deal with it then. That's where I am with it. So, yes, life in lockdown here is actually going okay. I am blessed to have a pretty understanding partner, and that is the key. So that's my update for this week, folks. If you do have any comments or questions, please do leave them in the section below. You can always come and find me on social media. I'm pretty much everywhere. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter. Really happy to chat about anything and everything, and to hear your suggestions for videos, so don't be shy. Thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, see you next week.